What's happening, everyone? Brian Buster here in the Model Hut Sales Shack. Just want to give you a quick tip tonight on some Emery boards. Everybody asks what I've been using to sand my cars. What do I use to get the mold lines off? Fingernail files is basically what it is. Emery board. These can be purchased at just about any store. I purchase mine in bulk, usually from Sally Beauty. If you become one of their club members, I think Dave Fletcher just put a post up about how much it saved him. I think these were like $32 for a case of them, and I think you get like 50 of them in a case. I can't remember exactly how many I got, but if you join their club, it comes out to like $27 for a $4 investment in their club, and it saves you for the rest of the year. These ones here are 100 180 grit. Dual side, of course, just like the rest of them. This one here is probably my favorite Emery board sanding stick. It is a 400 600 grit. My wife just picked me up a case of these, or a small little tub of them, off of Amazon. I think these were only like $8, and you can see there's a bunch of them in there. These ones are a little smaller in length, and they work really good for using your final sands. Your 400 to 600 grits work really well for using your final sands on your bodies to get those mold lines out. A lot of guys cut them up, just like this one right here. This is an 80 120 grit. Little coarse for what we do with our models, but again, if you cut them into these small strips, they get into a lot of tiny places. Plus, you can cut these off if you wear the end of it out and cut it off and start with a fresh piece. It's a nice way to get some extra sanding out of it. Here's a body that I've quickly sanded down. Usually common area is right along quarter panel here for a mold line to appear. As you can see, it's pretty well sand smooth, ready for a primer. And I'll show you the product that I use to get that down. I've heard a lot of people use these 3M Scotch-Brite pads. I have a lot of auto body paint history behind in my background. These gray pads are the ones to use if you're going to be using for your models. The red ones are too coarse for the models. They'll cut through your model really deep and give you a lot of scratches that you're going to have to use a lot of fill and sand primer on. This one here, the ultra fine pad, is like using a 600 grit to 800 grit sandpaper on your car or on your model. Definitely worth the investment. I think these are like $4.99. You get 3 pads. You can see I've cut a chunk of it off right here, and that's what I've used to sand this Camaro out with. Anyway, guys, there's a quick trick tonight. Emery boards. They're one of your new best friends if you're in the model building. A lot of you guys know about these. Some of you don't. For those that do, hats off to you. And for those that don't, hopefully this helps out a little bit on some of your sanding and getting some of your mold lines out. God bless. Happy modeling.